Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Love and Gratitude. Good morning. Actually, not good morning, but grand rising. This is something that I learned from a friend because he used to say grand rising instead of good morning. Actually, good morning has if you say good morning, it has a lower vibration because the meaning of good morning is not as good as the meaning of grand rising. And it was so interesting to me that I also did some research about this, and so that's why I also now have to use grand rising instead of good morning. And maybe you can do the same if you want, because now I'm going to explain you why it's so important. So first of all, I did some research about grand rising. I mean, about the difference between good morning and grand rising, and I was wondering, why is there even a difference, and where does the idea of saying grand rising come from? And I did a research on Quora. I found some interesting things on Quora. Quora is a platform where you can share your knowledge or ask questions, where you can share your ideas and your opinion, whatever. And first I want to read out some opinions of other people. So April and the Goddess, she says, anywho, another explanation for the use of grand rising versus good morning is that good morning refers to affirming that the early part or start to the day is good and positive. Grand rising is traditionally used by people, mostly those of African descent, which we all are, but that's another topic. She says, who believe and accept the idea that the spirit travels out of the body into or across different dimensions, etc., while we sleep, so it is a way to show appreciation for the safe return to the body. Another person says, Franklin says that, who the hell says grand rising? I thought most people say glorious down to you, citizen. Okay, no. I think that was a joke. And another person says, the phrase grand rising has gained popularity as an alternative to saying good morning in recent years. It is believed to have originated in the Caribbean and commonly used in Black culture as a greeting. There are several reasons why people choose to say grand rising instead of good morning. First reason is poetic and powerful. Some people find that grand rising has a more poetic and powerful feel compared to the traditional good morning. It carries a sense of strength and affirmation, both for oneself and for others. Second explanation, positive intention. Another theory is that people prefer to use grand rising because it focuses on the positive aspects of the day. The word morning sounds similar to mourning. I mean mourning with M-O-U. That means sadness, by the way, which may be why some individuals opt for more positive and intentional greeting. Cultural significance. Grand rising is rooted in African American culture and is seen as a way to acknowledge the spirit's safe return to the body after a night's sleep, or as a reminder to rise up against oppression. And also I did a research on ChatGPT. I asked ChatGPT because I like to ask AI. I work with AI almost every day. So ChatGPT says, the difference between good morning and grand rising goes deeper than just language. It touches on spiritual, cultural, and even vibrational meanings. Linguistic meaning. Good morning, a common greeting in English that simply acknowledges the time of the day. The word morning comes from Old English morgen, I think morgen or morgen. In German we say guten Morgen. It's the same as good morning, which means the first part of the day. Grand rising, this phrase isn't mainstream in English. It became popular in spiritual and conscious communities. Rising refers to the act of getting up or awakening, while grand adds power and significance to the action, like saying have a powerful awakening. Spiritual meaning. Good morning can be seen as low vibrational language by some spiritual communities because the word morning sounds like mourning, as I said, sadness, mourning, and which symbolizes sadness, grief or death. Grand rising is seen as high vibrational language because it focuses on the act of rising, awakening, rather than mourning or simply passing time. It emphasizes consciousness, gratitude, and divine gift of life. Energetic vibration. Mourning could subtly trigger lower vibrations because, like sadness. And rising signals renewal, ascension, and new beginnings, aligning with higher vibrations. Okay, I will not go deeper into the cultural meaning. But, so when you say good morning, the vibration is very low. And when you say grand rising, the vibration is very high. And the meaning of good morning is a routine greeting acknowledging the day. And the meaning of grand rising is a powerful affirmation of awakening and life. So I would personally definitely prefer to use grand rising now because of my friend. Thank you, by the way, for letting me a part of this knowledge, and I'm super happy because now I learned something new, and probably you did too, because I don't think that you knew what grand rising means and where that comes from and what meaning that has. So I'm very happy, I'm so proud. And how are you, by the way? I hope you have a wonderful day. And here the weather is super beautiful, the sun is out, and later I have a tutor class. I'm also a tutor, and my student will come later. And apropos student, my student, he's I think 13 years old. And you know what happened last week? So he had some super difficult exams coming up, and I had to help him, of course, because this is something that I do as a hobby, like helping children and helping other people when they have anything they fight with or they struggle with. So yeah, especially children, because I'm studying, I'm a student, and I have and I'm also developing myself. So I would not say I have that much knowledge, but I have a lot, so I can teach others, and this is something that I really like to do, like helping and teaching others. And so when I was helping my students, when I was tutoring, his mom came up to me and she said, Ruki, we are so grateful to have you in our lives because you're such a good role model to my son. And she said that he started to now focus on self-development, that he started to even read books and to becoming a better version of himself. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so happy, I'm so excited. Like my heart was like almost jumping out of my chest because I was so happy to hear that. And he was standing right next to her and just smiling, and I was looking at him and I was so proud of him. And I was proud of him, but I was also proud of myself because I am on my way to reach my goals and my life goal. Actually, it's one of my life goals, like to help others. To change the world by helping others, and especially children, because children are so important. Like I cannot tell and explain how important they are, because they are the next generation, and because they have the possibility and the ability to change the world in the future. So when you are helping them to become a better version of themselves and to change in a positive way, they are becoming a better version and a better person. And so the whole world becomes a better place because there are now more good people, and better people. And so I was so excited, so happy, because actually what I do and what I say and what I tell him, because he's also my friend. I have many friends who are under 15 years old or 10 years old. I have many children around me because of friends, because of neighbors, and because of family, and because of my tutoring lessons. There are so many children around me, and so I have an impact on them. I am influencing them in a way that I imagined that wouldn't have that much impact, Okay, so I'm so happy that it has a positive impact on them and a positive effect, and that made me so proud. That made me so proud of him and of myself. And so my message here is that you always have an impact on people, no matter how old, and that you always should work on yourself to be a good role model for others, for children, and for other people around you, because you're also a role model for your siblings, for your parents, for the people around you, for your friends even. Because imagine you are hanging around with friends and they're influencing you either in a positive or in a negative way. So in my opinion, it is very important to be a good person and to always focus on developing and growth and being a good person, being a kind person and being a person full of love and gratitude and happiness and having good energy and being a high vibrational human being, And so that's the message. And another thing I want to talk about today is my very, very holy book here. Love and Gratitude book, as you can see here. This is a notebook, and I bought this so many years ago, but I made it my Love and Gratitude book. It's in German, Liebe und Dankbarkeit, but it's my Love and Gratitude book because, as I said, love and gratitude is for me so important. It's my belief, and in any situation, no matter what, I'm thinking, okay, Ruki, handle this situation with love and gratitude, no matter what. Like if it's a good situation or a bad situation. Also, I'm telling this my mom or the people around me, for example, when they have problems, I'm like, okay, first of all, stay with love and gratitude. First of all, you have so much love inside of yourself. Be positive, think in a loving way, and be grateful for everything, even for this situation, because always think that way. What is this situation teaching me right now? This is something that my mentor says to me very often. He tells me, Ruki, like always when I have a problem, I'm like, oh, what should I do now? What should I do? And he tells me, Ruki, what is this situation teaching you right now? And then I'm like having a shift in my head and in my mind, and then I'm like, yeah, you're right. Like this is actually a good situation because it teaches me how to be more patient, or how to be stronger, or how to trust myself or respect myself first and choose myself first. Yeah, this is something that I learned and that I'm still learning, but I learned this in the last few weeks, to respect myself more than respecting others. Respect yourself first, and choose yourself first. Yeah. So about Love and Gratitude, my holy book, I want to talk about this book today and the importance of having a notebook and having a Love and Gratitude book. Actually, you can steal that idea of mine. In this book, I wrote down all of my goals, my learnings, things that I learned from other people, from videos, from classes, from my mentoring, everything. Even quotes that I really like. For example, of course, we all scroll on Instagram or on social media, and there are sometimes some super cool quotes from people or things that we learn, and I like to write everything down. I like to keep everything written down on a paper or in a book. So I have something, I always have something to grab and to open this book, no matter in what kind of situation I am. For example, let's open this. Oh, here is a page about biohacking. I'm a big fan of biohacking, and we can actually talk about this on another episode. About biohacking routines, because I love biohacking so much. And here, for example, that was the first time when I learned about biohacking, and I wrote that down. And the last few pages are quotes of people, and I even have quotes by myself, Like I wrote down some quotes by myself and some ideas, and also problems that I had. And you know what I like to do? For example, when I have negative thoughts, when I have problems, or when I make a big thing out of this, a big problem out of the situation, I write down the negative side or the negative thoughts that I have. And then on the other side, I write down the positive side. Like I turn this in a positive way. And then I like to do mirror work. Mirror work is when you look at yourself on the mirror, and when you start talking to yourself by looking deep into your eyes in a positive way. So this is mirror work, and I do some mirror work. And yeah, so today I learned about Grand Rising, and I also wrote down some Grand Rising affirmations, and I want to read that out loud. So the first affirmation is, I am worthy, I am magical, I am fearless, I am growing, I am powerful, I am grateful, I am beautiful. And the quote of the day, because I also like to write down some quotes, especially when I have my journal. I also write journal. I do journaling every day. Yeah, really, absolutely every day. Sometimes like in a short way, or sometimes I write a whole page, like a book, you know. And I also like to collect quotes, and I usually keep them as quote of the day. And the quote of the day is from Carl Gustav Jung, and he says, I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become. And I absolutely love this, and I think it also refers to my previous episode when I said, who are you and who do you want to become? So it all connects with each other. And yeah, about this book, here in the very first pages, I wrote down about my religion, about the basic key facts of my religion, and some other things. Yeah, things that I always learn on a daily basis, or my goals. Like, look at this, so many goals. I have so many goals. Yesterday, actually, I was talking to my friend, and we didn't talk for a long time. We didn't have a phone call for a long time. And you know, he was my friend from high school, and he moved out of Germany. He moved to Barcelona, and he lives in Barcelona for 3 years now. And yesterday he called me randomly, and yeah, we had a very nice conversation about God and the world, and about awakening and consciousness and stuff like this. And then I asked him, what's your goal for the next 5 years, or what are your goals for the next 5 years? Because I usually like to think about the next 5 years. I mean, not making a plan, not planning everything, but like writing down what are my goals, what do I want to reach, what do I want to who do I want to become, and stuff like that. And he said he didn't really have goals, and especially no plans for the next 5 years, because he's more like I accept what is coming to me. He's like this. And he said that he wants to become the best version of himself, and to develop himself, to grow. And I think that's the most important goal of us, of everyone who is who is in the process of awakening, and who wants to connect with his consciousness, and connect with his soul, and with his higher self. And so and also the importance of writing things down. I think that's also a cool idea for another episode. But I also like to write down the gifts of a whole year. For example, I like to keep a detailed list of what did I receive, and what did I reach this year or last year, for example. Yeah, at the end of the year, I write everything down. For example, or also the names of the people I met. names of the people who came into my life and who are still a part of my life. And now the funny thing here is that, for example, when I write the name of a new friend that I made this year, and you know, if that person is not in my life anymore at the end of the year, I'm like, okay, this person is not in my life, and so what did I learn from this? And I'm writing down what I learned from this, from that person, what that person taught me, and what the lesson was. Because do you believe in soul contracts? I do. And so I believe that everyone or everything in your life is teaching you something. God sends you people into your life, or a person that either is going to teach you something, or is going to, in either way, that person is going to teach you something. By staying in your life or by leaving your life. So that's quite interesting, and that happened to me last year. Like, I met so many people, and a very, very important person was in my life, came into my life, and that person left my life. And so I wrote down what this person taught me, and I learned how to forgive that person and how to forgive myself, because when a person leaves your life, and especially in a problematic way, you're so upset and you're fighting with your emotions, and with your feelings, and with your past. Your ego is all the time telling you the things about your past or what happened. And then I'm like, wait, this situation taught me something very important about myself, and so I'm going to develop myself. I'm going to use that, and I'm going to develop myself, and I'm going to grow, and I'm going to handle this situation with consciousness and with love and gratitude. Because, as I say, love and gratitude is everywhere and in everything, and I like to use love and gratitude everywhere and in everything. So also I'm writing down my thoughts that I have. Actually, I should write a book someday out of those informations and knowledge and experience. I'm writing down my experiences and some rules. For example, I wrote down some rules for myself. For example, success. Where does success come from? It's 48% wanting, 32% planning, 11% working for it, and 9% not quitting. Really cool, right? Really cool. Or, for example, the 5-step method for setting goals. First, be precise. I want to be rich is not a specific goal. You should decide how much money you exactly want to make. For instance, if you wish to lose weight, you should decide exactly how much you want to weigh. Second, think big. Do not play it safe. A life that is played safe is not a life worth living. Remove all limits you have in your mind and think about what you truly want to achieve. We are our greatest enemy when it comes to goal setting. The voice in our head says, that is way too outrageous, too quickly. Turn that voice off and always aim high with everything you do, because our greatest power is that we can do everything that we want. I believe in that. I believe that our power is that we can achieve everything, and there are no borders. The borders exist only inside of your head and inside of your mind. And the third, set a deadline. It is important to determine when exactly you want to achieve your goal. A goal is pointless if you will achieve it someday. If you want to move to New York one day, mark a day in your calendar. For example, June 1st, move to New York City. Chances are you will never accomplish a goal that has no deadline. In addition, looking at the date on your calendar motivates you to work towards your goal. There are so many more precious things in this book, in this Love and Gratitude book, and I think I should one day read everything out. I mean, not everything, because some things are also private, but many precious and valuable information is in here. And I think sharing value and sharing knowledge and sharing information is another gift from me to you, to my listeners and to my friends, I mean, if you're listening to this, to the world out there, and especially with my goal to make this world a better place and to save the world by contributing to the community. I think this is a great idea. So let me know what you think and how you like this video, and please don't forget to leave a like, and I wish you a beautiful week. Take care of yourselves and stay with love and gratitude.